Do this without having to go live, but I'm gonna go live, and it might look cheesy, but you know what? We have no time to kill, no time to lose. All right, I've lost a lot of time. I'm working on this is for BitChute. I want you to hear this. I'm working on a long video, much like I used to do years ago, every day. I'm working on one with fast read headlines and such. So it might be tomorrow night or Wednesday, Thursday, however you want to phrase it, tomato, in the next couple days. All right. But for now, let's take a look at this. Leaked CIA documents reveal plan to ignite civil war after Charlie Kirk assassination. Now listen, whether you believe it was real, and it didn't look real, but whether you believe it's real or not, or any of this looks real or not, doesn't matter, because perception is reality, and the masses believe that it's real. Okay? All right? So let's get that out of the way. Let's take a look at this. It's your favorite guy, People's Voice. Let's take a look.
So it isn't by accident. It's chaos by design.
Oh, hold on.
Let's
roll back.
The chaos in Minnesota isn't by accident. It's chaos by design. The global elite, through their hijacked CIA, foreign puppet masters, and boards of agencies, are deliberately pushing for civil war. Official government documents, declassified memos, and CIA leaks going back decades spell it out plain. This has always been the plan. After the Charlie Kirk assassination, they accelerated the timeline. That hit wasn't random. It was the green light to ignite division, fracture the nation, and force the collapse they crave.
Shit.
Why? To disarm Americans completely, to collapse society, to dissolve the republic.
It's not happening.
Every last one of us into
Seriously?
a borderless one-world slave state.
You piece of crap sellouts. You friggin' piece of crap sellouts. I'm gonna act like you. Oh man, I'm just gonna look.
Because understanding the playbook is the only way we can destroy it.
We've been infiltrated to the hilt. CIA. I mean, the universities that you're still sending your kids to, racking up student loans, or you're paying out of pocket, working 2 or 3 jobs for your little Susie, your little Johnny to go to these universities to get indoctrinated. Are you kidding me? Enough is enough with all this nonsense. Enough. When is enough, huh? When's enough? Look at the price of beef. Look at how we're getting robbed everywhere you go. You're getting indoctrinated. You're getting false flagged. You're getting poisoned. You're getting chemtrailed. You're getting geoengineered. When is enough? Huh? Been hijacked to the hilt, this world, with demons. So much so they actually want to bring interdimensional beings into our world. ASAP. Demons.
Before we dive in, subscribe.
I don't want subscribe to People's Voice. Yeah. All right, let's.
Meanwhile, in Arizona, the Democrat Attorney General is telling people it's legal to use lethal force against ICE agents in the streets. Buildings are
trying to start a civil war, and they're not held accountable. This is all allowed because this is what they want. Come on, man.
Burning. Streets are filled with tear gas, and the media is already spinning it as organic outrage.
It's not organic. There's actual. I posted to Facebook Peggy Hall. She was showing, and I knew of this. Crowds for what is it? Protesters for hire, crowds for hire, crisis actors for hire. It's all a show, but it has real repercussions on us that want to be left the fact alone. Damn, man.
You and I know better. This isn't spontaneous. It's orchestrated. And it's straight out of the playbook, made famous by legends like Bill Cooper, rest his soul, who warned us about the divide and conquer strategy of the power elite.
This country was founded by dangerous men. Amen. And
so the story goes.
The moment the people in this country cease to be dangerous men, it's going to be the day we cease to have a country. And I'm going to tell you right now, unless we can be successful in creating a real free press, where the American people get different viewpoints other than those expressed in the establishment-controlled media, there's going to be a civil war in this country, and it's going to come soon. The only thing that can stop it is by waking up vast amounts of sleeping people. Sheeple is what they are. They are
Like you see in
following the
Minnesota.
Judas goat right into the shearing pins, and from there they will go to the slaughter, and they will not know that anything is wrong until they smell the blood of the sheeple in front of them.
This is why Israel
No.
are paying off social media influencers to spread propaganda. The same reason the Clinton campaign in 2016 had almost every mainstream journalist on their books, as exposed by WikiLeaks at the time. It's the same reason fact-checkers were created, to control the narrative, to suffocate debate, to ignite civil war and destroy the Republic. Charlie Kirk knew. Before he was assassinated by the power elite, he warned that civil war was coming because the elite were creating the conditions necessary for it.
When people stop talking, that's when you get violence.
He was a
That's when
character,
civil war
man,
happens.
that was taken out just like the rest
Think
of them.
about it. The globalists, the central bankers, the shadowy figures in Davos and beyond, they thrive on division. They want America fractured along every fault line. Race, class, politics, you name it. Why? Because the United Republic is their worst nightmare. The Civil War is their golden ticket to use the national emergency to seize control and crush dissent, and usher in that new world order and tyrannical one-world government they've been planning for decades.
We have before us the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order, a world where the rule of law, not the law of the jungle, governs the conduct of nations. When we are successful,
And we will be.
and we will be, we have a real chance at this new world order, an order in which a credible United Nations can use its peacekeeping role to fulfill the promise and vision of the UN's founders.
This is their ultimate goal. First, disarm the American people. They'll trigger it with the
We're the most heavily armed nation, country in the world. Look at Europe. Look at the shit that they had to endure. Look at Australia. Look at all these other countries. They're under the thumb more than we are. But we're under the thumb too because we become complacent, docile, indoctrinated, brainwashed. We're still, though, however, we still are the most heavily armed country in the world. So much so that I think it was Mao of China said that it was impossible to invade America because there's a gun behind every blade of grass, which is an exaggeration, but he was illustrating just how heavily armed this country was back then. Back then. It's nothing compared to now. However, if you're asleep at the wheel, what good is your Second Amendment? Not only that, but this government, our government, has the technology to disable. Look what they did in Venezuela. Or so the story goes. The army was incapacitated. Everyone that who counted, or they incapacitated anyone who would oppose our military going in there and getting Maduro. Just like that. Boom. Incapacitated them. Stunned them. Not just stunned them, blood coming out of them. They have the technology, frequencies. We have cell towers all around us. I don't want to get into that. But we are the most heavily armed country. The demons that are embedded within our country are craving the disarmament of the citizens. I want to say you better wake up, but you should have already been awakened. It's ridiculous.
The Insurrection Act, declare emergency, suspend the Constitution, and send troops door to door to seize every firearm. Martial law
That's
dressed
the
as
goal.
protection. Second,
Ultimately.
disarm the American nation itself. Strip sovereignty, dissolve borders, fold America into their borderless one-world empire. No more republic, just subjects. Gaza has become their testing ground. Americans are next on their menu. The tactics are identical. They use tools like Palantir to categorize and populate kill lists, and ramp up the violence using false flags and agent provocateurs, pushing things over the edge. One incident will lead to another, prompting even more over-the-top responses. Surveillance grids, checkpoints, digital IDs, it's all in the pipeline. If you're not protecting yourself online in 2026, you're walking into a digital prison of your own making. Every click tracked, every search logged, every profile quietly built. We're talking passwords, fingerprints, iris scans, and worse. to take back control. Visit vp.net/TPV to see the world's first trustless VPN.
Alright.
Built for fan the reaction, then offer their solution. Ordo ad Chaos. It's the motto and playbook of the New World Order. They've been using it for
And that's all we've been hearing about
and the
is New
chaos
World Order.
we've been experiencing in recent times, assassinations, forest fires across Argentina, Greenland, none of it is random.
By the way, what are we doing with Greenland? We got to do something with Greenland. Where's my advanced team? Go to Greenland. They must have some satellite beams or something that we can do there. But we're coloring the world blue.
Now the curtain is starting to lift. It's time to trace the blueprints, connect the dots, and expose the architecture of control. Most importantly, it's time to talk about the one pressure point they don't want you focusing on. The leverage ordinary people still have. But first, an important word from our sponsor.
Remember, oh, come on.
In America has skyrocketed.
Boss, the doctors were unanimous. He was...
It's ridiculous, come on.
They've been running military-style regime changes and colour revolutions on foreign soil for years. But now, they've been infiltrated by Mossad, and they're turning those tactics inward, running covert ops on American soil, against presidents' elections, even the people, stealing votes, executing assassinations. It's all in their wheelhouse. Just listen to this. A CIA contractor was caught on tape admitting they're the ones fueling the violent protesters at these rallies. The media, they're in on it, protecting the puppets while the strings get pulled.
So when a rally happens, sometimes the bureau behind it?
Yeah, sometimes. That's when we're putting on a big social media thing where they really get people mad. Those fake news. Sometimes it's fake. It's embellished a little bit.
Who would be like a big influencer that you're after? I don't even know these names. Like a Fox News person or like a Tucker Carlson or like.
Oh, I'm sure you know. That's right. You always want the biggest and loudest.
When you see those rioters assembling, bricks in hand, masks on, it's not organic anger. It's paid for, scripted, and directed by the evil elites, whose endgame is to burn America to the
It's
ground
scripted, in other
and
words.
rebuild
This
it
is
to their
all
image.
planned.
A smouldering ruin ripe for their New World Order. And this isn't the realm of
For the New World
conspiracy
Order.
theory. It's a certified conspiracy reality.
One of the most blatant is recorded in a confidential 1961 study commissioned by the U.S. State Department. A world effectively controlled by the United Nations directly states the key point.
It is world government we are discussing here. Inescapable.
The author
Get the UN out of America, get America out of the UN.
also explains that the UN would have to have an unchallengeable monopoly on military power.
A world effectively controlled by the United Nations is one in which world government would come about with the establishment of supranational institutions characterized by mandatory universal membership. National disarmament is a condition for effective UN control.
The Bloomfield study is grounded in official American policy. That policy is stated openly in Freedom from War, the United States program for general and complete disarmament.
All this is done on purpose. That's all we gotta say. This
It was
stuff in
presented to
Minnesota.
the UN General
It's
Assembly.
it's done on purpose. That's it. All this stuff. There's no accidents. All right. It's not an accident that this happened. It's not an accident that happened. It's done on purpose. And the end result is order out of chaos. They have to have a civil war, whether it's by race, whether it's by vaxxers versus non-vaxxers, those COVIDiots who were wearing masks in 2020, and a lot of them still to this day. Those who don't want to wear the mask, the order follows versus free thinkers, black versus white, Muslim versus Christian, however you want to phrase it, tomato, tomato, they want order out of chaos. And the order is the New World Order, like we've never seen, technocracy and beyond. And this right here they're working overtime. But in the background, as you'll see in my next video, my long video, they still have the Muslim versus Christian thing. In my next video, you'll see that in a fast read headline. That's what I got for you. Don't be a troll out there. Stay stocked up. Get your soul right with God, because by 2030, there's a lot they want accomplished. The bugs. This cell phone will be in you and Mo. I am eat. Alright, how do you stop this?